Xin chào! No more Chuck Mung Na Moi, but the last one for the last video, Chuck Mung Na Moi. We are officially back to a regular schedule of videos. We are over in District 2 at THAO Dien. This is where a lot of the expats live. We're starting off where I usually actually start this video. There's a new shabu shabu Korean barbecue and hot pot here. It looks pretty good. Maybe I'll come try it one day. You should if you're in the area. Let me know how it goes. I am a big, huge fan of hot pot. The reason I like hot pot for beef is kind of the same reason I like hot pot for Korean barbecue, because there's just a vast variety of food going on in one meal. I like large varieties at a high quality rate though, so I do not like an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue, but I love a Korean barbecue. So like maybe getting like, you know, 2 different kinds of beefs, 1 pork, you know, a soup, some other stuff. What is this place? Doesn't look the most savory. Mexican food. So there's Mexican food, fish and chips. Seems to be a bit confused on what's happening. Nachos and cheese, an all-American Philly, then a fish and chips, then pasta. This is a jack of all trades. It could be good. Sometimes these are okay. MJL it's called. I don't remember that being there, but I could have just missed it. Seems to be a lot of stuff closed here. It could still be for Tet, but I thought there's like a big expat bar around here. If I remember right, like on the left. Again, it's been a little bit of time since I've walked down here, so please forgive me. But I swear there's like an expat bar right here. That might be it right there, the 07 THAO Dien. Whoa! He's got an S1000R. He's got an S1000R. I bet you he gets to go like 100 miles per hour everywhere in Saigon with that thing. Yes, we are open for Tet. Oh, this is the expat bar. One of them. Oh, it seems to always be popping off. So, if you want to have a beer with some locals here, this place usually has quite a few people in it. Pretty dead, to be honest with you, for like coming off work. I kind of came down here for when work gets off on purpose to like look around the bar area as people get off work or still off for Tet. I figured a little bit more. Oh, this looks cool. Let's take a look at this thing. This is why, you know, District 2 is good. There's so much of this stuff popping up. They're putting in so many like Western style bars that if you are like a Westerner, it makes sense to live here. I mean, I don't blame them. You got a nice little gastro pub thingy. What do we got here? Just bars? No food? No food. Whiskey sour, $6. Oh, man, that's steep, dude. A martini is $6 too. I mean, those are aggressive prices, but I think the market's just moving that way, so not much I can really say about that. They're probably accurate. This is the other street I think we have to walk down. I always forget between which 2 streets it is. I think it's this one. Gee golly willikers, I can't remember. I want to say it's this one, but let's keep walking because I can't remember. You know, I'm often not in District 2, so forgive me. Let's just go ahead and walk down here and then we'll just double back like I always do. It seems to be something I do, but let's go across the street since I already know that that's what we're going to be doing, so I don't cover like the same side of it. Get a kind of better look over at this right side. There's a bunch of fancy restaurants in this area too. Like I said, this is an extremely popular area for expats to live. Just like in a lot of major Southeast Asian and Asian cities, there tend to be areas where, you know, foreigners like to live. I would say this is the largest area of where foreigners do live in Saigon. This is probably the spot. And there's numerous reasons for that. Lots of Western style apartments, affordable, dog friendly, lots of pubs, bars, Western food, Western markets. You know, if you sit down and logistically think about it, it makes a lot of sense. So if that's something you're looking for, this is definitely a place to come check out. We're going to be doing a bunch of apartment videos coming up. District 2's on the list for a lot of stuff, so I'm going to showcase you guys stuff here over in the new area in District 2 that they're building up. and a couple other areas. So speaking of Western markets, here's one right here. This is a Nam An market. They don't have much, but you know, you can get stuff there. It's worth popping in. Sauces, cans of things, canned goods. I think this is where we take a left, maybe. You know, I'm really bad with this area because I'm never down here. You want to know when the only times I'm down here, guys? Honestly, when we do these videos. It's far for me. This is way out of the way. I mean, that's the inherent problem with District 2, I guess you could say. This area is, you know, it's kind of out of the way. Man, I can't remember if we walked down this one. Did we walk down this one for all the stuff, chat? Or is it back the other way? I really can't remember. I think Eddie's and other stuff is down here. We're not in a hurry, so let's keep going on this side and we'll just double back. And the problem with the Western food here and why I pretty much stopped buying it altogether. I don't buy canned Western goods. I don't buy, I think last year I went to Annam Market maybe, I don't know, a total of 4 times. To the year before, probably 20, 30 times. And then year on year, probably 40, 50. So I very rarely go just because it's very cost inefficient. You know, they have to import this stuff all over and there's not favorable taxes on the stuff. So it just, frankly, it just costs too much for the stuff. So, you know, somebody in the chat just pointed out, like jokingly, like $10 for a thing of, like a canned thing of jalapenos that we would pay like $1 for. We're like $1.99 now, but for real, it's like $10 for a can of, like, you know, Walmart jalapenos. Now, Annam gets a little bit higher brand. They get like real stuff that's not like real sold at other vendors typically. So they're getting Australia stuff, better product, but really it's just super not affordable. Like people that go to, I know expats that go to Annam for all their shopping, it's insanity. I'm like, you're crazy. Even K-Market, which is awesome, is super expensive to shop at all the time. It's a more premium grocery store. They charge probably an extra 10% across the board on all their stuff just for the premium of it being a premium grocery store too. If you have money, of course, and you don't care about that stuff, who cares? Over the years, you know, I think very special occasions is the only time I pop into one of those markets. Like I bought some salami, pepperoni, and cheese for 10. Nobody ate any of it. So I'll never even do that again. I ended up eating it all. But no, I wanted to have something from, oh, this looks like my homies. I just got a bunch of money dumped into one of these bikes like this. To each their own. Seafood restaurant. I thought Eddie's was down here somewhere. I never realized how far it is. Yeah, it's down by Annam. So Annam's down here, a bigger one. We've explored this Annam before. They're all kind of the same. Be prepared to spend $50 if you walk into Annam. Just know that. You will spend $50 if you walk in there. That is almost a guarantee. It's exactly like Whole Foods. It's set up the same way. So it's nearly impossible to go in there and buy like one thing and leave. You know, they've studied whatever Whole Foods and those kind of stores like that do. So they set up the store the same way. It's insanely pricey. Like a jar of salsa is like $10 in there. Like it just creeps up. And they're okay with creeping up everything by like 20K every 6 months. So I'll go in there and walk around. Like when I moved here, tortillas, like a tortilla import was like 80 to 90K. Then it went to 100K and then 110, 120. And now it's at like 150 to 200. I saw them for 200 at an Annam somewhere the other day. And I was like, you want $8 for 8 tortillas. You want $1 a tortilla. It costs less than 2 cents to make that fucking tortilla. But now, of course, people are making Home Depot. Oh, what? Is that for real? Well, I would have to say that's the first I've ever seen an Ace Home Depot over here. Maybe I'm crazy, but Let me know in the comment section if there's more Ace Home Depots. Let's keep walking. It's my duty to show you the rest of this as this goes down if you're new to the channel. So there should be some more restaurants down here. One of the more popular expats one called Eddie's. You know, honestly too, I'm gonna give that the same reason I don't ever frequently go there much, is it's, you know, expensive for what it is. So these things thrive. Somebody said there's one in D7 too. I had no idea. So they're putting them where expats are. So Ace Hardware, that makes sense. There is stuff I look for at like a hardware store that is more difficult to get here because I have to go to multiple places. So this is something cool to know. You know? So like you can still ultimately find all that shit somewhere else. Vietnamese food. Winnie just orders food and I can see whatever the fuck she orders. She knows all the food I like, so I'm just like, order me whatever you want. I eat 75% whatever she orders and 25% whatever I want. And now I'm eating clean again as of yesterday. Coming up down here, it should be on Eddie's and all this stuff. And we can turn back around a little bit. Again, if you're here and you don't mind spending like $500K for a meal every time, and you want like diner food, it's great. If you become cognitive about that stuff, at least I do, dude, as you live here, and it's just like, you know, for $500K for one meal at Eddie's, I can eat Vietnamese food for 5 days almost. Like it's, and that's where they miss the mark, you know. I know these places do well though, so my words are pretty much useless. You know, they've got like 4 of them now. They keep opening them, so I clearly must be wrong. So, but for me, I don't consistently go to Western stuff like this because they all kind of banded together and price their stuff super high, and it's just not sustainable for me in my financial situation to buy this stuff all the time. So, yeah. And then the thing is, like, after you've lived here for a while, and especially if you get like a Vietnamese wife or something like this, 500K becomes a crap ton, man. Like, and you scratch your head. Like I talked about it on stream a million times, but like, I like biscuits and gravy, and I don't want to make a whole thing of biscuits and gravy. I don't even want to buy flour. I don't want to go buy milk. Like, I don't drink milk. We don't use flour for anything, so we don't even need it in the house. But like, guess how much biscuits and gravy is here? And if you know anything about biscuits and gravy, it's probably one of the most profitable things in a kitchen because it costs almost nothing to make. There's very little beef in it or ground pork. It's literally flour, butter, and you don't even have to use butter on your biscuit. Flour, butter, and milk, and that's it. It's 3 freaking ingredients. And you're charging $8 for that just because you can, because you know you're like one of the only people. I mean, it's supply and demand. This is an economic thing, but it's just practices that are like, huh? Like, really, dude? Wouldn't you think like a biscuits and gravy would be more around like $4? Like, I think we're good at 100K. Why we got to go to 200? But who am I? This was here last time, this little game store. So they've got like a little PS5, like little knick-knack game store for the kids in the area. Which makes sense. They're sustaining their own little like their little hub over here of a city. And like I said, this little city pretty much is called THAO DIEN. And this is really the first settled area of expats, you know. And all these restaurants open up their other restaurants in like other settled areas. So like, for a while, the next spot was going to be Pastor Street over in District 1. But like, there's no real housing over there. It's only a tourist area. It's expensive, and Pastor really never took off the way they envisioned it. Now the other area they're doing is in pretty much that Koreatown area in District 7. There's a lot of other expats live there too. We'll go film over there. Quite a few other restaurants have opened up over there. Jimmy's opened up a restaurant in District 1, then decided that they were going to charge 15% more for their pizza, and then put out a far lower quality pizza in the process. Like, I ordered a pizza from there, and I was quite excited. And it was $20 for one. It was 500K, which I was like, this is crazy. It came like upside down. I texted them on Zalo. They're like, oh, we're sorry, we can give you like 20% off next time. Like, no offer to remake it. Like, it's like, it's okay, I'm hungry, I'll just eat it. Don't even worry about it. You know. But I get it. They're growing. They'll figure it out. For the most part, I'm still going to give Jimmy's the best pizza. I mean, I'm not in a hurry to order that pizza again because, as I said, 20 bucks is a lot of money. This has been a big breakdown of like Western restaurants and why, for me, they don't do well, in my opinion, for reasons. And it's why it's a very small market here. It's why there's a turnover on it, you know, and there's why you don't see like a bunch pop up, in my opinion. But all these places are good. Like, you know, you get, I will say this, you get their biscuits and gravy there for that $8. It's a good biscuits and gravy. Not gonna lie, it's delicious. You know, you've seen my review on it. So, I mean, the food is good. But I think they have a market for the price. Like I said, I think I'm just the one that's wrong about that. I think we take it right up here soon. And this is where like all the THAO DIEN bars and after work wine cooler places. People still drink wine coolers. Are wine coolers even still a thing? Those are just like the spritzer things now, right? That's pretty much what like the spritzers are now, is like a modern day wine cooler. There's a bunch of taco shops around here. There's one really popular Mexican place we'll walk by in about 5 minutes, excuse me. It'll be on the left, I think. Never eaten there. You know, I don't come here, so I'll probably never really eat at any of these places. And I'm not gonna like lie and say I'm gonna. Like, I bet you these Ortega shells are $8 or close to it per box. How much are those old El Paso 12 shells in America right now? Guarantee you they're $8 fucking. I was pointing to taco shells in there. I don't need to go in there to flex my point, but you know, they've exuberantly got more expensive with the import groceries to where it's not really a viable solution for me. But the thing that's happening now, and it's happening on a pretty big front, pretty quickly, lots of people. Oh. S1000R is running laps. It's the second lap of the 15-minute. What's happening now, though, is a lot of people are making charcuterie in Saigon. There's a lot of guys making salami here now. There's a lot of guys making salami Milano here. There's a lot of guys making prosciutto here. They're making all the meats here now. You know, if somebody was smart, because the way Spam is so expensive, someone would start making Spam here. Oh, golly. Pet shop grooming, Korean. I don't even need to look at dogs. Just skip over the dogs. If you need a dog, though, this place has got a crap ton. I wonder how they're doing all this, though. Happy Coco Korea teacup poodles. Now, these are all the size of Motoko. A bunch of Motokos in there. Bunch of Motokos. Oh! Bikini! Oh, yeah. I look like a puppy farm, but I'm not going to go too far into thinking about that stuff. If it's Korean, it's probably good. But who knows if they just slapped Korea on there and they're like, Korea! There's no one to check that stuff here. That's a big thing you always got to remember about Vietnam. There's no one to check any of that stuff, guys. No Paris baguette ain't driving around looking for other Paris baguettes. And even if they find another one, there's nothing they can probably do. Yeah, I think wine coolers are like White Claws now. Wine coolers were great. I think we turned down here. I don't know. I cannot remember for the life of me right now. I think down here is where there's a pasture. There's another pasture down here. We went the right way. Well, the speaker turned off from too many donations. It hasn't changed a real heck of a lot of much since we were down here about, I don't know, I reckon 6 months ago. If you want a really nice local bar, wherever you're kind of at now in a tourist area, just look up your local Pasture Street Brewing Company. They're a main corporation company now. Nonetheless, they still provide a great beer and a great service. So they've got a happy hour, all that stuff. So check them out. Here's their one over in District 2 right here. Right on over here. This place has been here forever. It's pretty popular too. This is the 86 proof place. People like to sit here and have a drink after work. This seems popular too. You'll see a lot of these places. Traditional Korean restaurant. Flying Pig, of course, popular. I think this sushi's new. You'll see a lot of gastronomically, whatever, gastro places. You're gonna see a lot, and you're gonna see a lot of fancy people coming up. So there are Vietnamese that live here too. I always harp on that this is all expat area. Now there's plenty of Saigonese Vietnamese that live in this area too. We'll start to get into the more trendy stuff, I think, coming up now. This looks new. This looks cool. Cool little bar. 50% off half hour till 8 p.m. So this place looks great. So they just keep opening stuff up like this here. So this is why THAO DIEN ever increasingly becomes popular. You don't see many of these pop up in like District 1. No one's opening a bar. We got over here. There should be a bunch of stuff coming up here. Should be about a 40-minute video. I think this takes about 40 minutes to walk all this. This is like a THAO DIEN area, essentially. Vincom Mall's included with that. Masteries is like one of the main apartments around here. It's like a coffee place. There's a wine bar up here somewhere. The Mexican restaurant's up here too. There's multiple Mexican restaurants. I think there's 3 within a 2-block radius right here. I've never eaten at one of them because I never come here. And you can't get food delivered from here to anywhere because it's so far from everything. So it's all kind of just trapped in this area. You have to come eat here if you want to eat here. At least I do. 50 minutes to get to my house if I do it. I don't remember this coffee shop, but it looks really nice. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Wheels go round and round. Phuc Long. There's like a little beer garden deal up here, if I remember right. New York Bagel, I think, is up here. Decent bagel. If I didn't meet Winnie, do you think I'd still be living in Vietnam? Wow. There's a very strong possibility because I had a visa in another way. So I wouldn't have had to have left because of like a run out of tourist visa. I still had a way to get a TRC. So I would not have had to have left for visa. So very strong chance I'd still be home based here. Just staying heavily longer amounts of time in other areas. That was a question from the live stream. So if you do want to see me live stream, that's over at kick.com/zbats. Yep, there's a New York Bagel over here, all this stuff. It's pretty good. I don't have any problems with New York Bagel. Like, I haven't eaten here in a long time. Like, Phuc Long's over here. Matsuri Japanese is over here. I think this is new too. The bagel place has been here for, I don't know, 4 years, 3 years, since pre-COVID. Now's where all the Mexican restaurants come up, I think. There's an ice cream place, this looks new to me. I don't know what's new, so I'm not gonna quote myself on what's new and not, because I'm not knowledgeable enough of this area, so you can let me know in the comment section. There's probably some people here that really love, like that live here and love this area. I could see this area being great, by the way. Here's Alfresco's, never eaten here, so I can't tell you. It doesn't look good. I think this is a, what kind of restaurant is this? Mason, oh, this is the beer, the Baya Craft. So this is the craft, and then we got Mexican restaurants start coming up. There's El Guaco up here. So here's El Guaco on the right. I don't remember that being there, but Again, I have no idea. It could have been here, it could not have been here. This place gets hopping on the weekends, so good place to get a crap beer. El Camino, I think's Tacos. They could be closed for COVID or permanently closed. Things come and go here quickly. This is a popular like little coffee beer place that locals like. What you'll find here too, from my experience, you'll find the Gaijin Hunter Vietnamese girls here too. There's a serious amount of girls here that go between the same group of expats that where their names are known. So there's also that kind of here too. I could even go on to tell you names and stuff. This is I think one of the highest rated Mexican restaurants from what everybody tells me, District Federal. Everybody recommends this place. Outside of Banditos, people tell me this is the best one. So here you go, District Federal's new times. 4 to 10:30, delivery until 9 p.m., Friday till 11. And it's decorated real nice, but this place has super popular reviews. Let's keep walking. Down here we're gonna come on Quan Ut Ut. We'll go down the corner and show you more, but it's pretty much kind of coming up. Yeah, I'm shooting a YouTube video right now. Live stream. So what's this? Ibero? Let's see, once we get up here. Ooh, my back is twerking. Here's a little bar here. So this area also reminds me a lot. You can get this same little vibe of this area like in Little Tokyo in Bintan, which I'll probably never even go to again. Like for real. It's not by me. It's expensive. You know, I got out of this whole scene. It could be very different if I was single and looking for females and all that stuff. This stuff to me is out of the way. You know, so I just never come here for that sole reason. It's geographically landlocked, or geographically not good for me, you know. Keep switching here. This is the wine bar. This place is super popular. It's like whatever this thing is. Yeah, the Mad Wine Bar and Eatery. The pretentious white people love coming here. It's all over this place. Like, you'll see whiteys here all night long. And then there's a little thing in there. We missed the other thing over by the New York Bagel. We'll try to go back there. Let's go down here. But if you like wine and a happy hour with wine, and meet other whinies, that's the place to go. I'm just joking when I'm saying pretentious and stuff. I have a humor and sometimes a dry humor. Don't take it too serious. If you're getting butthurt over this video and you like live in District 2 here, stop getting butthurt. I've eaten at this restaurant, very mid. I wouldn't eat there again. Robata, Robata's all right. There's a Robata in town. Nothing fancy to me. They make it look more fancy here. People like Robata too. I'm just not as big as a fan as other people. There's better Japanese restaurants. What is this? Sushi inside. Oh, these are everywhere. There's like a chain. Shouldn't there be Quan Ut? I wouldn't be surprised if they closed this door over here. Oh no, it's open. Something new is opening next to it. I'm told Ut is good again. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever try it again. I had it like 4 times after COVID. Oh, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3, fool me 4. Oh, I don't know if I'll need fool the 5th. So, for me, I'll just gonna skip it, but you can try it. I can just give you my experience with Ut the past, like I just said, and it hasn't been like bussin', you know. They did a big menu change during COVID, and then they never went back to whatever they were at before COVID. For what reason? I don't know, but it used to be a really, really tremendously great restaurant. So, maybe I'm jaded. Ignore me. Still try it out if you like barbecue. How does that sound? It does flood like crazy here, but people that live here say it's not that big a deal, you know? Not that big a deal. Down here, we're not gonna go too far down here. There's a couple more like expat restaurants and a couple more like that. If you go all the way down around, there's a bunch more shit. There's like the Capone's Pizza and all that stuff. We don't have to go down there and show you, but there is more stuff down there. That is the video tour of this tremendous area. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Chukmang Namoy, it's a great viable spot to live. I'm not hating on District 2, never have. If you want to be with other expats, have all these cool little, you know, charcuteries and all this stuff, this is the place to go. So if you want to watch additional content, all the Tet family stuff is over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/fatandbro. As ever, stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.